Hey guys, I'm making this video very quickly to kind of address an issue with some of you guys who are using Lumen, who are running into issues with the demo that you are unable to use the roughness value for a translucent material. I had failed to mention in my demo that because of the way that Lumen is in its currently early access release, Lumen does not allow for reflections on translucent objects right now. Everything is fine. Everything is working as intended. If you have your roughness hooked up onto a translucent material, that is totally fine. Everything is working. The problem is that Lumen is unable to display it right now. That is something that is actually a limitation of Lumen currently. It's on the roadmap. They're going to add it. I failed to mention it. Let me go ahead and show you that reflections do work. I've made a chrome ball material here, and I'm going to apply it here. So you see that reflections do work on that chrome ball here. And if I go ahead and open it up, and I change the roughness on it, you'll find that the roughness does in fact work. Just apply that and save. So that'll be like a kind of a cloudy color. Oh, I changed this to black, unfortunately. I need to change that color back. I'll wait for that to compile. But this again is to show that the reflections do work. The reflections are just currently not working on translucency right now. And I failed to ask Mr. Derek what his lighting setting was supposed to be. Sorry about that, folks. So yes, Lumen folks, you can thank Mr. Derek. He was the one who asked me what was going on. I wish I just asked him if he had been using Lumen from the start. I have made the assumption that a lot of people who are needing help have been using the UE4 system, and let me show you kind of what's happening. So we've got kind of a brushed-looking ball there, and you see that the roughness does work. But if we look at Mr. Derek's material here, as you can see, we have a material instance of it here. I deleted his material instance testing out to see what was going on. And as you can see, it is working in the viewport. It is working correctly. If we change the roughness is working correctly. This is okay for submitting for the homework. That's fine. But if you look to see for any reflections, let me go ahead and minimize this window here. You'll see that while our opacity does work, roughness does not. As you can see, I'm going to toggle the roughness here so you can see it. Roughness does not. However, if we open up our rendering settings and we change our dynamic global illumination rendering method, this will make it work, but this is a fix for now. I've been told that this will work at release, but right now it's not going to work. So I'm going to set this to screen space real quick for dynamic global illumination. And let's see if that works. And there we go, our roughness is working again. So you see that our roughness is in fact working. You can also disable it for the dynamic global illumination. You can leave it on screen space or set it to none. I've been disabling Lumen from time to time, especially to do tests. But if you leave Lumen, let's go ahead and test this again for the last time. Set the roughness to 1 here. See that the roughness is working just fine. So you see that the roughness is in fact working. However, if we change it to a Lumen system, a Lumen-based system is not going to showcase the correct reflectiveness or reflectivity on those surfaces. So if you need to fix that, take your screenshot here. That'll be fine. I have a shadow play thing where I can just hit Alt and F1 and I can take my screenshots in there. That will be acceptable. Or if you want to take it in the viewport, go ahead and disable your global illumination, at least for the time being. It'll be fixed. It's just an issue right now where roughness isn't supported on translucent objects. That's all there is to it. So if you're using Lumen for this particular demo, that's why it's not reflecting, or that's why your roughness isn't working properly. Here, let's go ahead and do one more. I'll disable it completely. The reflection method I'll leave to Lumen as well, but I'll disable the. I'll set it to screen space. That's the OEM reflection on Unreal 4, and let's go ahead and apply our test material on here. So you see that it is working. Let me enable Lumen. Let me disable Lumen. And this is with screen space on. Sorry, it's with screen space on. And if we use Lumen, we see that the viewport itself isn't giving us a correct reflection. It looks like it wants to, but it's actually not. So I wanted to make this quick video for the Lumen folks. It's not broken, it's just not implemented yet. It's just an early access problem. I failed to mention that. That's on me. Don't be freaked out if it doesn't work in the game port, in the game viewport. It works in the standard viewport. I should have made that apparent during the demo. It completely slipped my mind. But as long as you guys are able to showcase it in the material instance viewer, that'll be acceptable. This works for me. I don't know why they don't use Lumen in here, which I think is kind of weird, but they do over here. So that's what the issue is.